There's a moment in every person's life when a sound in the silence stops feeling like just a sound. Midnight. Everyone asleep. And yet somewhere in the house, something shifts. A floorboard sighs. A cupboard settles. A whisper of wind pushes a door that was supposedly shut tight. And suddenly, your heart pauses. You don't scream, you don't run. You just listen. Because in that breath, you feel it. The question humanity has whispered for thousands of years. Am I alone right now? Or is something else here? For some people, this question comes only in moments like these. But for others, it arrives with life itself. This story begins with someone like that. His name was Imran, a quiet, rational man who never believed in ghosts. He wasn't superstitious. He didn't get scared easily. He worked in IT, lived in a modern apartment, loved coffee, podcasts, and late-night coding sessions. But there was one thing he feared, a fear that wasn't about the supernatural. It was about memories. And memories sometimes haunt louder than spirits ever could. It started right after his mother passed. She had always called him past midnight to check if he'd eaten. She worried too much. And he always rolled his eyes and said, "Ammi, I'm fine." Then suddenly one day, the call stopped forever. But grief has a strange way of filling empty spaces. About 10 days after the funeral, Imran was lying on the couch, half asleep. And then he heard it. His phone vibrated. It lit up. And there it was, Ammi calling. He froze. Logic failed. His breath caught. For 3 seconds, the world felt impossible. He didn't pick up. He couldn't. The phone stopped ringing. And just like that, everything returned to normal. No ghost, no shadow, no mysterious figure. Just silence. Later, he checked. No missed call log, nothing. As if it didn't happen. But it did. He knew it did. And that night, for the first time, Imran whispered into the dark, "Is someone still here with me?" Stories like this don't always happen in old mansions or abandoned cemeteries. They happen in apartments, hospitals, roads, childhood bedrooms. Not all ghosts live in the outside world. Some live inside the mind, where science and emotions collide. Humans have believed in spirits for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians, Greeks, Persians, they wrote about souls that linger. Vikings believed in spirits on battlefields. In ancient Asia, ancestors were thought to watch over families. In Europe, ghost stories shaped culture and religion. We are wired to fear the unseen. Our ancestors survived because they assumed danger in the dark. When you walk in darkness and your heart starts racing, that's not weakness. That's evolution, a brain designed to protect you. But here's the myth. Ghosts are always supernatural beings. And here's the reality. Sometimes shadows come from the outside world, and sometimes they come from inside the human brain. Psychologists say when we lose someone, especially someone very close, the brain plays tricks. It tries to keep them alive in whatever way it can. Some people hear their voice, some smell their perfume, some feel someone sit beside them on the bed. It isn't madness, it's a brain coping with love and loss. Studies show more than 60% of grieving people experience visitation hallucinations, and they feel real. Not dramatic, not violent, just presence. Comforting, painful, or confusing presence. And yet for thousands of years, every culture has claimed to see spirits. Why? Because when we don't understand something, we fill the gap with meaning. When wind rustles leaves at midnight, our mind imagines faces. When light flickers in an empty room, ancient instincts whisper danger. Neuroscientists call this pattern recognition. The same survival instinct that helped early humans spot predators also sometimes misfires and sees meaning in shadows. But what about the places where multiple people have claimed strange experiences? Abandoned hospitals, old fortresses, historic battlegrounds. Some locations do hold energy, just not the supernatural kind. Studies show infrasound, Low-frequency vibrations too deep for our ears can trigger anxiety, chills, sense of presence. High carbon dioxide levels can cause hallucinations. Molds, especially in old buildings, can influence the brain and create fear sensations. Sleep paralysis can feel like someone sitting on your chest. And when the brain wakes before the body, even the bravest person can feel not alone. Yet dismissing everything as science would also be inaccurate. Throughout history, humans have experienced phenomena still unexplained. Countless people claim to see loved ones right before they pass. Children describing things they shouldn't know. People reporting feeling touched, called, hugged when alone. Even scientists admit human consciousness is still a mystery. We can scan the brain, but not the soul. We can measure fear, but not presence. So, do ghosts exist? Before answering that, let's return to Imran. After weeks of strange sensations, sleepless nights, and whispered conversations with the empty air, he finally sat with his sister. He told her everything. She didn't laugh. Instead, she smiled gently. "Do you think she is still with you?" He stayed silent. It wasn't a yes or a no. It was something deeper, something softer. His sister then said, "Maybe it wasn't her calling. Maybe it was your heart calling her back." That night, Imran placed his mother's photo on the table. He sat beside it, quietly. No lights flickered, no shadows moved, no eerie sounds. He just sat there feeling something he hadn't allowed himself to feel. Grief, love, absence, presence. And that night, he didn't see a ghost, but he felt peace. And sometimes, peace is the thing we fear most because it means letting go. The truth is, the question, "Do ghosts exist?" is also secretly asking another question. Do the people we love ever really leave us? Science says energy cannot be destroyed, only changed. History says spirits linger in stories. Psychology says grief echoes in the mind, and humanity says love does not end when a heartbeat stops. So maybe ghosts are not always lost souls wandering halls. Maybe they are memories that refuse to fade. Maybe they are the weight of regret, the warmth of love, the echo of someone who shaped us. Maybe the real haunting is feeling someone's absence so deeply that your soul refuses to accept silence. So what should we believe? Believe this: not every shadow is a spirit, not every presence is supernatural, but not every feeling is imagination either. The universe still holds mysteries science hasn't touched, and maybe that's the beauty of it. The greatest hauntings are not about fear, they are about connection. If you've ever felt someone still with you after they're gone, you're not weak or delusional, you're human. And humans are haunted not by ghosts, but by love, by memory, by the stories we carry inside us. We don't fear ghosts in the dark. We fear the places inside us that light hasn't reached yet. So when the room is quiet tonight and the world sleeps and you feel a presence, don't rush to fear or fantasy. Ask yourself, is this something outside or something inside? Sometimes the dead don't return. Sometimes the living just haven't let go. Ghosts may or may not walk among us, but memories, they never leave. And maybe in the end, that's the closest thing to ghosts we will ever know. And now, the myth fades and a deeper truth stands. The most powerful ghosts are the ones we carry in our hearts,